selling NFTs. Kind of asked you a little bit before we started recording, but do you think that that would create a too big of supply where the prices would go down?
It depends. Just like YouTube. How many YouTubers are there? There are a lot of YouTubers, but people choose to follow you because they believe in your message. The same thing will happen with NFTs. There'll be a lot of noise. People won't be able to sell stuff. But if it's meaningful to someone else, it will sell. Just like any other market. Just like for musicians. How many musicians are there on Spotify that have less than 1,000 listeners? It's just like anything else. So will there be an overflood of supply because people think they're going to make money? Yes. But as bigger artists do this and their fans come on board, maybe fans start to really see the value. And as more big artists come, more collectors will come, and eventually it'll balance out. But there is a lot of hype right now. We can't deny that, right? We can't deny that.
What was the music industry like before all of this? Let's go back when you were like 19. How much were you making back then? Like, how did you get your music out there? How did you grow as an artist?
So I disclose this on NBC now, so I'm happy to kind of
let's
disclose
hear
a
it.
little bit. But
Cool.
but you know, outside of my investment portfolio, I like you. I admire you because I watched some of your videos, and you are a saver and an investor. And I didn't buy any luxury goods until this house that I just bought. Like nothing for 8 years. Like, you know, I'm very like-minded in that sense. Put most of my money that I made over the years in multifamily real estate assets and in Bitcoin. Like that's pretty much it. Not really many equities. I trade equity derivatives. That's a whole other conversation. Or index derivatives, not equity derivatives. But when I started out, I was 19. And that year I made $400,000
How?
playing shows all around the country at colleges.
Really?
In front of thousands of people.
How big of a following did you have back then?
Just Facebook following of like maybe 50 to 100,000 people.
Are you serious?
How much would you get per show?
It would range anywhere between 3 to 10,000 for the first 8 months, and then it would go, and then it went up to 12, and then it went up to 15, and then it went up to 20, and then over the years it just keeps going up because more people pay for tickets. It's simple. When people buy a ticket, and if I sell this many tickets, it generates this much money, and that's that. And then after everyone else is paid, you know what's left goes to me.
Yeah. How did you get a following of 50 to 100,000 on Facebook?
I made mashups. I mixed popular songs with popular dance songs and popular vocals, and one just went viral on YouTube. And then I was playing colleges it started even lower than that. It started at $500. I was like a kid in college. I was junior year, and I would go out on the weekend to make like $1,500. Like I'd fly to like Georgia Tech University and play a fraternity basement. Slept in one of the frat brothers' like beds in the like that's where it all started, in fraternities and all around the country and sororities. And then it went up to like opening up for Wiz Khalifa at University of Connecticut, opening up for Macklemore at Duke.
How do you go from that to Macklemore?
My agent, who I've been with this whole time, at the time, like EDM was barely a thing. It was like right at the start of Avicii.
This was like 2008?
2011.
11, 12,
10,
okay,
11 is when it really started to hit.
Got it.
And there weren't that many American artists that were doing it at the time. So I just had good timing, I guess. But yeah, when I was 19, $400,000, dropped out of school. My economics professor convinced my parents to let me drop out of school. And then it was all, upward from there. Every year, doubling. And then over the years, not spending my money on anything, putting it into Bitcoin, putting it into real estate, and just understanding that money doesn't really come overnight. And then all of a sudden, this happens.
How much do you charge per show now?
It ranges. It's definitely a lot more than it was. I don't want to like give a specific number because it ranges depending on how far I have to travel, what the demands are. But it's definitely a lot more than what it used
Let's
to
say
be.
I wanted you to DJ like a house party here, like play music for me. But pretend we weren't friends and we're like, hey man.
I mean, my agent's gonna kill me for disclosing that. No, it's unfortunately I can't disclose what it would cost today. But I can tell you that there was a time that it went from $500 to $3,000 to $12,000 to $15,000. Like there was a time in my career where that happened. Now it's a lot more, but it depends on the circumstances. Like to give you an example, one of my best friends who helped me in the crypto space early on, Keith Raboy. I'm sure you've heard of him. He started a company called Open Door. He's one of the original PayPal Mafia guys. Yeah. His birthday's in Miami. I'm going to get my second shot. I'm going to go play his birthday party. I want to go hang out because I'm celebrating this event and all my friends are down there. He ain't paying for that. I wouldn't charge him. You and I will become friends and, we'll throw a party. You're my next door neighbor. You're my next door neighbor, right? Like I enjoy DJing. I tell people I don't get paid to DJ. I get paid to put my body through hell traveling to DJ.
Yeah.
That's the hard part. Like I get offers sometimes to go to India and they're really big offers, but like the 48 hours of hell to go and come back is hard. Yeah. So unless I have multiple shows in India lined up so that I can, go hit them all at once, it's hard to get me to go there for, 24 hours and come
I get
home.
that.
So it's really just the price is a function of anything else. Like, you know, if someone wants me to go, who's a friend who wants me to do something, my buddy Matt Como, who's a big Instagram, photographer, videographer, he just said, dude, like all of our friends I'm throwing a birthday party in LA. It's in Venice Beach. You want to come? You want to play it? I'm like, yeah, I do. All my friends are going to be there. I'm going to go play it. You don't have to pay for anything. Right? Like, so I always tell people that I DJ because I love DJing. I make music because I love making music. I get paid because I hate traveling. Hate it. Which is why it's been kind of nice.
Makes sense. Makes sense.